Hey gamers, welcome back to another Grand Theft Auto Online video. I hope that everybody is doing absolutely fantastic, and in today's video I want to go over some making money methods using some of the brand new updates here in Grand Theft Auto Online. So if you guys are enjoying these types of videos, then go ahead and make sure that you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated, and honestly it just really helps the channel grow. It takes a couple seconds of your time, it's completely free, so go ahead and do that while you're just waiting for the video to go ahead and start. Yeah, I'm waiting on you in the back over there. Click on that button, click that like, click that subscribe button. Let's get started. Now the first thing that I'm actually going to go over is that these are in no particular order, as I like to kind of just bounce around and do whatever I feel is kind of floating my boat at that specific time. So again, these are in no specific orders, but I will let you know that the first time that you complete a lot of these types of missions, especially like the Ammunation special delivery, which is what I'm going to go ahead and showcase first. Anytime that you do things like that, the first time that you deliver a bike from your MC, you'll actually get a nice big bonus. Now every time after that, you'll make a little less, but we're going to get into that here in just a moment. Now let's go ahead and talk about Ammunation. Now this does not affect your gun running business whatsoever. It is completely separate. You'll get a notification and you'll be told that you can transport these weapons to any ammunition. Now it's not any, they pick one for you, you have to go ahead and deliver them. So it could be one that's really close to your bunker, or it could be one that's really far away. I will let you know that the first time that you do this, you do get a nice big bonus like I just got done mentioning a little bit ago, and it's $150,000 that you get for a first time delivery. Again, that is only the first time. This vehicle is incredibly slow. You're chased by NPCs, at least if you are in a fight only session. So just keep that in mind, and their vehicles are much quicker and they are super aggressive. So there is a chance that you may die a few times, but the couple times that I've done this after the first one I actually had to deliver up to Paleto Bay. That one was the longest, and I ended up dying I think like twice because they get super aggressive, but in this one, never died once, and it only took a few minutes of my time to actually get that almost 5 kilometers I actually had to go ahead and deliver. Now, going forward, you only make $50,000 doing these types of deliveries, but for only a couple minutes worth of work while you're letting some other things start to build up, or maybe you're letting your timers cooldown be completed. These are some great additional things that can make a little bit of extra money. Now, the second one that I'm going to go ahead and talk about is probably my favorite money-making method, hands down. The reason that I really like this one is the back end of it is 100% passive, so anything that you're doing, any money-making method that you decide to complete, this will be always generating income, and that is the nightclub. Now there's obviously the backside, which is the illegal side. Now you can actually contact Johan, which is now added to your contact list, so just pull up your phone anywhere you want, call him, and you can do a delivery mission every 20 minutes, whether you pass or fail it. You bring that stuff back, it increases your production and some of the additional benefits from doing it yourself. And like what I like to do is every time that I start one and I deliver it back to the nightclub, I go into the nightclub. Typically there's two things that are going to happen. Number one, the first thing I can do is I can collect money from my safe. Now, on top of whatever I do for Johan, I'll get a little bit of extra money. Now I'm increasing my illegal side of my business, but then I can pick up increase my popularity because there's usually a VIP that is chilling out inside of the nightclub. So there's a lot of different ways of earning small amounts of cash with the nightclub, but there's also a couple really nice ones. Now, delivering a VIP doesn't really give you guys a lot of money, but I think the longest one that I have done so far since this update has taken me 4 minutes. 4 minutes real time. Yes, the payout is only $11,000, but it generates the popularity, and then you can make $50,000, up to $50,000 per day inside of Grand Theft Auto Online, and that's just recurring as long as you just kind of stay on top of those VIPs. You don't even have to really do any of the other popularity work if you don't want to, but at any point in time, if you want to, you can go ahead and call Tony and he'll give you a mission. As long as you just haven't completed one, you'll have to wait a few minutes before you can actually go ahead and start one. Now, the next one on our list is going to be the MC. They've added the ability to go ahead and customize a customer's bike, just like the auto shop had when that update dropped. However, this delivery you do have to do yourself. You do get a huge bonus the first one you do, like I was mentioning at the beginning of this video, $150,000 as long as you don't damage the bike during the deliveries. But I've never had anybody ever chase me with the deliveries that I've done. It takes just a couple minutes. It tells you exactly what you need to go ahead and upgrade. You can't miss it. You can't make a mistake. It's really easy. It does cost you $10,000 to go ahead and customize that specific vehicle. And then you're going to get $60,000 as long as you don't damage it upon delivery, which means that you ultimately get your $10,000 back and profit $50,000 going forward. Now, the other thing that you can do with your MC is you can actually do a resupply mission. Now, these are also very short. I think between the deliveries and even doing the resupply missions, the longest one that I had was, I think, about 8 minutes. And I had to go a really long distance for that, like all the way down by the harbor, and my MC business is in the Sandy Shores area. So it took a little bit of time to actually get back there, but it wasn't too terribly bad. It just felt like it took a long time. But these resupply missions are pretty easy. You go pick up a supply truck and then bring it back. However, typically during those missions, during the resupply missions, you will get attacked by some NPCs and they will damage your supplies, and if you lose all of it, the mission's over. But if you bring back just a sliver of it back, then the mission will be completed and you'll start to get Patreons inside of your establishment. And that's some easy money. I made $35,000 in one day by doing one resupply mission. Pretty easy peasy. Maybe that was two, but I've done it in multiple days inside of Grand Theft Auto every so often. Now, the other thing that I like to do is just go back to my arcade every day, because you will get at least a little bit of something. If you let it go for a couple days, hey, you might have 45,000. Just remember that the safe limit is 50,000. So if you're not fully picking these up every single time that you just kind of go buy it, then make sure that you're at least doing it every couple of days. There is no rep bar like there is at the nightclub, so don't really worry about that. But the safe at the nightclub can hold a lot more money than the safe at the arcade. So just make sure that you are going to the arcade and the nightclub every so often, even if that's not something that you necessarily want to participate in to make money, because this is free money at any specific time. You will get an alert telling you what that safe total is, but if you go to the safe, then you can just go ahead and collect it any time. And both my arcade and my nightclub are very close together, so if I'm going by one, I usually stop at both, and it's easily making another $100,000 just for doing absolutely nothing. And like I said earlier, at the nightclub, then I can usually do a VIP mission, because it's been long enough since I did the last one. I can make another $11,000, increase my popularity, and rebound it back up to tip-top shape at 100%, and then start making more money all the time. Now, obviously, one of the big ones is doing gun running. Now, I'm not just talking about the ammunition like we were talking about earlier, because there is that. Even though you're making $50,000 in a very slow vehicle, make sure that when you are there, before you do one of these missions, that you start doing a resupply mission, and then you do the delivery of those gun running businesses, because like in the video right now, I did it twice and I made just a hair under $900,000 by delivering it to Los Santos. Now, obviously, I was able to use the wedge, the Phantom Wedge in this one. I absolutely love that. It's my favorite vehicle for doing these types of deliveries, but it makes it really easy to go ahead and do that. I like to do one resupply mission and then try to sell it right away, because typically you always get presented with one delivery of a vehicle. And since you can do all of this stuff in a solo session, in a private invite-only session, then that means you don't have to worry about going back and forth to your wherever your bunker is located and starting another cell in a different vehicle. You'll always get presented just one vehicle. So if you do more than one like I did, then you risk the chance of having multiple vehicles. But in this case, I got lucky enough and I got the Phantom Wedge. Now, just kind of a last little tidbit. It's not really specifically dedicated to this update, but if you have a high enough reputation and have done enough missions through your new agency, then make sure that you are going to where that office is located at, and then just go ahead and pick up whatever money is chilling at safe. I haven't done a lot of work with the agency, so it's not, I think I only make like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a day. It's pretty low in the grand scheme of things, but if you're in the area, you might as well go ahead and pick it up. An extra few thousand is always an extra few thousand. But hopefully you guys did enjoy these money-making opportunities. They really help me out. It's super easy to do. I just spent about 45 minutes in game doing all the different things, and I made almost $2 million. Pretty easy peasy just by doing a few things in general. Now, granted, I did one of them, and it was a gun running business, and that generated about half of my total income within that 45 minutes. But as long as you're continuously doing other things all the time and then bouncing around at any specific time, you will make more money than you will have realized in a very short amount of time. But if this video did help you guys out in any way, then make sure that you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next video.